Hello, everyone. I am Founding Father Benjamin Franklin, and welcome to the Step Up America Foundation podcast. Join us every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we celebrate incredible Americans from all walks of life. You may hear from a NASA astronaut, a professional or amateur athlete, a musician, and of course, current and past military heroes, just to name a few. And who knows, you might even learn a thing or two along the way. Well, that's enough from me. Let me introduce you to our hosts, John McIntosh, Mark Renahan, and Adrian Garcia. Take it away, team.
And welcome to the Thursday edition. That was a little scary.
It was.
The Thursday.
I think that's what
didn't
happened
know.
last time.
I thought we were talking over each other. I was like, wait a sec.
Exactly what happened last time.
Anyway, I apologize for that. But anyway, welcome to the Thursday edition of the Step Up America Foundation podcast / Facebook Live / you name it, radio show. I am your host, John McIntosh, and I have with me my co-host, the one and only Mark Renahan, the voice of Benjamin Franklin. How are you, sir?
I am great. It's a little cold here in sunny Florida,
Yeah.
but it's still warmer than it is most other places.
64 degrees. I know.
It's quite
That's
enjoyable.
right.
I had the windows open.
Did you
last night.
watch any of Wix's cold front?
I
videos?
did. I'm a big fan of Wix's COVID-19
Oh, yeah.
videos.
Yeah,
COVID-19 is
that's
crying
hilarious.
because
Yeah.
Florida won't take him seriously,
I
and
know.
so it's very good.
No, it's all. Well, shout out
To Wix. OMG, it's Wix.
OGM, it's Wix. So he's been a guest several times on our show, but good, clean comedy. We also have in the studio one of the facilitators in the classroom, also our engagement coordinator, Adrian Garcia. How are you?
Doing good. We're finally back in our original seats.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of nice.
Been a while.
Yeah, I haven't been in this chair in a bit. So, very good. And, of course, the one and only magical engineer that makes it happen, Mr. Noah, behind the scenes.
Everything is working today.
Excellent. We
Everything.
like
Thank
that.
God. That's what we
like
like to hear.
And, of course, because today is Thursday, we have none other than Sergeant Major Johnny Myers for Sergeant Myers, or excuse me,
Sergeant Major's
Sergeant
corner.
Major's corner. How are you, sir? It's been a while. I'm a little rusty, Johnny.
Okay, understood.
Excellent.
Welcome. Well, Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah, same to you.
Happy New Year, Sergeant Major. It's good to
Happy
have
New
you
Year.
back on. I want to just say, when they told us about Lacey Evans coming on, I said, listen, we can only afford one celebrity, and that's Sergeant Major Myers. So, I don't know what to tell you, but they overrode me, and I guess she's joining us. John, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so for all of our listeners out there, if you joined us on Tuesday, we're excited to announce, number one, we've partnered with WWE superstar Miss Lacey Evans, the Limitless Lady. She is an incredible person. Her family is absolutely phenomenal. The most caring, loving family you'll ever meet. But she's agreed, Sergeant Major, to come on our show every Tuesday and do Lacey's Corner, where she's going to talk about motivation, physical fitness, and it's just mental health. It's the perfect combination to what we're doing. So we're super excited to have her on our side and working with us. And we're going to talk a little bit more about some upcoming events we have with Miss Evans. But Mark, Adrian, why don't you guys share a little bit about what we got coming up in the classrooms over the next couple weeks? So we're pretty excited about that.
So in the next 2 weeks, we are actually scheduled in Palm Beach County. We have all-day classrooms down there. We are going to be doing good citizenship with a bit of an emphasis on President's Day, because you guessed it, all of our presentations are going to be taking place on President's Day.
Yeah, Ben is really looking forward to being on President's Day. One of the number one questions that Ben gets often in the class from the children is, why were you never president? Or were you ever president? And I explained that he was technically the president of Pennsylvania at one point, because that's what I called governors, but he was too old to become the president, so.
Wise man. I see his portraits hanging in the White House right now.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves Ben Franklin out there listening. If he can hang in the White House, he can certainly come into your school and give a presentation, don't you think?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the cool thing. If there's any educator, well, shoot, anybody out there, that might be fascinated by having an interactive program come into your classroom, your club, your whatever you want to. Ben can be
Go
there
anywhere.
without a doubt. And the cool thing is, Ben comes into the classroom, right, Mark? And now we're doing it virtually because of COVID. We want to keep all of our children safe and adults alike. So we figured out how to go into the classroom through Zoom or Google Meets or whatever you want to call it. Whatever platform you have, I'm guaranteeing that we can make it work. And we go in and we teach civics and U.S. history in a fun, entertaining way. We've done pre-K all the way up through 12th grade, Mark. And we've eclipsed over 15,000 students we've reached so far. And the pandemic hasn't slowed us down one bit. So I want to take this opportunity. I know you're chomping at the bits, Mark, here. But I want to thank this team that's sitting here in this office, because without them and their knowledge, their wisdom, there's no way we could have figured out how to do this. And Sergeant Major, I'm blessed to have some pretty really cool people working at this foundation that makes this thing happen.
Absolutely, John. And 2021 is going to be an outstanding year. A lot of things in the offering, and you have an outstanding team to implement a lot of those plans.
Mark, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, no, and we have a ton of, we have a ton of meetings coming up. Besides, I mean, right now we're focusing on our big fundraiser, which we're going to talk about in a minute. It's actually, it's more of a fun. I don't even want to call it a fundraiser. It's more of like just a fun day.
Family event.
Yeah, it's just a great day to get out and have a good community event with everyone. But like John was saying, for any of you who are new to the Franklin Project, I know that with Lacey we have some new listeners and stuff, but we go into the classroom. There is an avatar of Ben Franklin. That's him right there. I know we got to get a bigger thing to show.
Oh,
of him.
look at Noah's.
Oh, there it is. Noah's got it there.
Yeah,
You see
there
Ben
we
up
go.
there. You actually see him at the beginning of the show, actually
Right.
introducing to the show. And John and Adrian are my partners in the classroom. And as John was saying, we have only seen, we have seen over 15,000 students, but that number, I assure you, is much higher because, number one, we were in the middle of Ben, like literally every single day, all day when the pandemic hit. And we were, obviously, school shut down, so not much we could do there. But we immediately moved to online for the real hardcore lockdown part of the pandemic when no
Right.
one could leave their houses. We did Facebook Live and watch parties all day, and we had thousands of views on there. Now, I can't promise you who was watching those or whatever, but we continued to go forward during the pandemic. And like John was saying, we have now adapted to Google Class Meets and Facebook.
Google
and
Classroom, Google Meets.
Google
yeah.
Meets, yeah, whatever.
It's all the same.
When John says that we have adapted to that, let me rephrase that. John and I have done nothing in that phrase. Adrian and Noah have figured out how to use Zoom and Google Meets, and John and I are very thankful for that. So we are now virtual, and again, Ben Franklin can go anywhere, period, in the country that has internet. He can Zoom right in. He can Google Meets right in and do a lecture. Again, John and Adrian usually are there in the classroom. That's actually a lot more fun because it's great to have the back and forth between Ben and John and Adrian. But it is a fantastic program. And again, I just would like to point out that Ben Franklin now hangs in the White House. So if he can hang in the White House, he can teach anyone.
No, very cool. So, Mark, we also have, if some of our listeners were tuned in on Tuesday, it's very exciting. Within, I would say, 7 to 10 days, we're going to have an avatar to join Ben Franklin in the classroom. Miss Lacey Evans, none other than the Limitless Lady, is going to be available to teach mental health and physical and education and motivation, because she is a motivator.
She's absolutely. I mean, if she doesn't have in her title motivational speaker yet, it will be added soon. I assure everyone that's what she is. An incredible person, and they do not call her the Limitless Lady for no reason. She is literally limitless in the things that she's capable of doing.
Yeah.
And here at Step Up America, we are incredibly fortunate and thankful that we have such an incredible superstar, former Marine also, who is joining and helping us out, which I think might bring us to Why don't we talk a little bit, John and Adrian, about what we're doing? I'm going to let Adrian talk a little bit more because he's still young and has a memory. John and I do not. So, but maybe tell a little bit about what's going on with Miss Evans.
All right, so big plan. So on February 27th, Lacey Evans and Step Up America, we are bringing to you all the first ever Step Up Kids Confidence course. It's going to be held in Lacey's neck of the woods up in Beaufort, South Carolina. Like Mark already mentioned, it's going to be a fun-filled family event. It's going to involve obstacle courses for the kids, team building activities, prizes, food, and all of this is going to be centered around American history.
And what Mark is most excited about is the giant bounce house.
Let me tell you something. Part of being Ben Franklin is prior to the show, they let Ben Franklin have 30 minutes by himself in the bounce house, and that's the real reason why I do all this, because bounce houses are awesome.
Yeah, who doesn't like a bounce house?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Adrian, we have some pretty cool sponsors of ours. Do we want to go ahead and share a little message from our sponsors, and then we'll come back and talk about this really cool event we got going on February 27th.
All right, absolutely. So a short word from our incredible sponsors, and we will be right back.
We believe at New Day USA, we have a noble purpose. We want to be known as America's mortgage company for veterans and active duty service people. Some of them are giving their lives right now, today, for the freedoms that we have here in this country. So for us, at New Day, to help those people at this point in time, it's a labor of love, it's a noble service, and that's what we're all about.
Awesome. So I just want to share this. I'm going to give a shout out to both of those sponsors of this program. Number one, I'm Sergeant Major. I don't know if I think we discussed this today, but I'm looking at going out and buying a new house. And I had the pleasure of speaking with Admiral Lynch yesterday, and he put me in contact with one of their reps, Mr. Jacob. And for all of our veterans out there, if I'm telling you, what a world-class organization. You want to talk about getting into the home buying arena and using your VA benefits, I'm flat out telling you, you need to call New Day USA. It's no joke. Jacob was absolutely incredible. So a shout out to New Day USA. And if you are a racing fan or just a fan of veterans and suicide prevention, we know we have a serious problem with that with our veteran community. You got to get behind Colin Garrett Racing and our American Dream Team, and just support those guys. Crowd-funded NASCAR team that goes out there and races not to be rich or famous, but they're just always giving back. So a huge shout out to them and Racing for Heroes. Did I leave anything out, Mark?
No, that was pretty good. I like that. It's nice to know that you are not only a sponsor with New Day, but you're also a client. Is that how that works?
Well, not yet.
All right.
But we're working on it.
Shortly.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So
All
we
right.
got to find the right place. And
No,
all
it's
that
a
kind
big
of
step.
stuff,
It's a big step. So, you know.
No, it's good. But it's nice. Honestly, it's nice when they talk a good game, but then you actually interact with them, and it's the real deal.
Well,
And-
when I met Admiral Lynch just on the radio, you can tell he wouldn't be with an organization that isn't. He's a no-nonsense, regular type of guy. So if it's in an organization that, he wouldn't be with them. So that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I'm not going to say anything, but Admiral Lynch and another
No, wait,
potential
don't jinx
guest,
it.
I'm not
You know
going
my
to.
rules.
It might be joining us here in the near
Don't
future,
jinx it,
so we're
don't jinx
excited
it.
about that. But anyway, back to February 27th. Just like Adrian mentioned, we're doing the Step Up America. What's the official name? Forgive me.
Step Up Kids Confidence Course.
Yeah, with none other than Lacey Evans herself. We're super excited about it. It's going to be a super fun family event. All ages of kids are welcome. Bring out the family. We are asking for a $20 donation for an entire family. But here's the thing, and I want to make this perfectly clear because we know it's been a very, very difficult several months, and a lot of people are struggling, have lost work. Small businesses have struggled. If you don't have the $20 donation, you call us. We're not going to leave anybody behind. That is our solemn pledge
kid
to
left behind.
everybody. So regardless if you have it or not, reach out to us. Don't let the $20 scare you away, because we understand what's going on. And we're also, I think, Adrian, within the next couple days, we'll have our website. We'll have our own page dedicated to this fundraising event, and people can go on there. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have the means to sponsor a family and to make sure that we can, because at the end of the day, Mark, let's face it, we're putting on an event. It's going to cost some dollars
Absolutely.
to do this. If you have the means to sponsor a family so they can come out and enjoy a just family fun, good time, be motivated, be educated. I mean, what's better than that? And then jump in a Bouse house and maybe some cotton candy,
Hot
popcorn,
dogs, popcorn,
yeah,
a fat guy doing cartwheels.
music, yeah. No, I mean, it's just going to be a really, really good time. And again, that's up right just about 3 or 4 miles from Paris Island.
Yeah.
in
It is
Beaufort.
a obscenely gorgeous location. I mean,
It
you will
is,
literally be, as you drive in, it's just, the ride in is unbelievable. There's ocean
That's
everywhere.
worth the $20 itself.
And there's a little bonus that no one told me about till I got there, but I don't know if I can guarantee this, but fighter jets flew over us when we
Oh
were driving
yeah,
in
they
there.
were
Yeah,
all
a
over the
ton.
place.
That
Yeah,
was
it
cool.
was
There's
cool.
also a lot of blue crabs in the side of the road. Everyone should feel free to stop and look for them on the way. Never rush past blue crab areas.
All right. So, yeah, come out and join us in South Carolina. And here's the cool thing, Mark. This is going to be a traveling show, so to speak. So this is our very first event, and we're going to learn from it. We're going to make some adjustments, but we're going to move. I think our next location is going to be right here in Vero Beach.
Oh, can't wait for that.
And hopefully sooner rather than later.
And more importantly, for all of you out there who may be listening, especially anyone who may be with a business who, again, we know you have all been affected severely by coronavirus. We, of course, have too, which is why we're doing this. But we are absolutely looking for sponsors. And like John said, this is something that we hope to take all over the country. Again, if you have not met or seen WWE superstar Lacey Evans, I assure you she is the real deal. She is a fantastic person who really has a heart of gold, who wants to just help. So if you are a large corporation and you want to speak with us or Lacey, you can email us at info@stepupamericaprogram.org. And for any of you who might be interested in donating personally to the events, you can do that. I think we're going to have, like you said, a website up.
Right.
Yeah.
And just for those of you who you guys can stop listening for a minute, who are friends and family of mine from Boston, I assure you, you are all going to be donating, or there are going to be severe consequences this time, and you're all going to be donating quite a bit. So if you are a friend or family of mine, I promise you this: I will be contacting you on Monday or Tuesday with a website, and you will be donating money, or I'm coming up there to do something.
Well,
about
here's
it.
what they're doing. They're sponsoring a family.
Exactly. You will sponsor families.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna make sure everybody gets a chance to go through this course and learn a little bit, and just be motivated and have, just fun.
Hot dogs, bouncy
Yeah.
house. I mean, you'll have fun
Come
with
on.
Lacey. And
I
by the
know.
way, we keep mentioning Lacey, but of course, behind every superstar, there is always a supporting, significant other. And Lacey's husband, Alfonso, who again we call the Fonz, is already volunteering to do a million different things. So as we keep mentioning Lacey, obviously she's the superstar, but the superstar is also Alfonso, and of course we can't forget
Summer.
Summer, the daughter. She is fantastic, and the most important part of the family is, of course, the dog, El Chapo. He is fantastic. But I want to mention something else before I forget. So every Tuesday, as we have mentioned, it's going to be Lacey's Corner. But this Tuesday coming up, we're not only going to have Lacey, but we're going to have joining us a previous guest we've had before, who currently is in, and now that we have Sergeant Major's Corner today, our guest next Tuesday is in Sergeant Major's Academy as we speak. He has gone overseas now. I believe I'm going to probably get this wrong, Johnny, if you're listening, but it's 9 times. He's earned 5 Bronze Stars. He is an instructor at I'm screwing this up, but at the Ranger Warrior Fighting School in Tilly and Sergeant Major. I know. Oh, God.
Here's the bottom line. He's a bad dude.
He's a bad dude, and he's a
Well-
fantastic guy, and he always likes to give back to the community. So him and Lacey are going to talk to us about leadership and exercise. As John likes to say, Sergeant Melson always likes to say to me, I don't know, I can just do a lot of push-ups. And I say, that's all. That's great, Johnny. So, but anyway, it's going to be a fantastic show next Tuesday. Of course, it is Lacey Evans with Lacey's Corner, and always listen to Lacey. And joining us with Lacey will be Sergeant John Melson. He is a member of the Mississippi National Guard. I hope I didn't screw that one up either.
You're all right. It won't be the first time.
Yeah, no, that's true.
With that being said, before I hand it over to the one and only Sergeant Major Myers, I want to reiterate this again. If anybody out there can sponsor a family, please help us. And I'm going to give out my personal phone number, and you can contact me directly. So we're going to make it work. If you can sponsor a family, great. If you don't have the means and you have children that want to come to this event, call me. It's as simple as that. We're going to make sure your kid gets that opportunity to hang out with WWE superstar Lacey Evans and none other than Benjamin Franklin himself. So my phone number for anybody out there listening is 772-332-6430. And again, Mark already mentioned this. If you don't feel like calling, that's too personal, reach out to us on info@stepupamericaprogram.org and just reach out. If you got questions, ask us. I'm done rambling. I feel like go ahead.
And we have yet to put the official event details for February on our website, but if anybody out there wants to go ahead and do a sponsorship now, you can most certainly do that. Just go ahead and head over to our website, stepupamericaprogram.org. You know, it's tax deductible. Got to point that out.
Well, Johnny, one of our sponsors that, I think right now our main sponsor of this event is the Freedom Foundation. You want to talk about what they're doing?
Ooh, good stuff.
Sure. The American Freedom Foundation has donated a few dollars to ensure that the opportunity presents itself for the military community to engage in this event, in February, and it won't be a financial burden to the families. And anyone in the area of South Carolina, come on down, please, and make the donation if you can. And if not, please attend and allow your children to learn some of the civic lessons that are presented on that day.
And again, a huge shout out to the American Freedom Foundation for helping us put this thing on. Marky, you got something?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say it's what a little another maybe way to have a little vacation too. You know, I know a lot of us have been cramped up with the coronavirus. South Carolina is a car ride. You could drive across the U.S. land. There's plenty of hotels in the area, and we'll think about listing some of those. We haven't gotten that far yet, sorry. But it'd be a great way to go away for a good weekend. And like John was saying, if you are a family, you have kids, there's no one not going to have fun with us in charge. So when they show up, you're getting in to do whatever you'd like. And if you want to call John, like he said, with his number, you can also send us an email again at info@stepupamericaprogram.org, or on Facebook, we're www.facebook.com/StepUpUSA. You can send us a personal message on that. Instagram, Twitter, we have all those. But there's no children who are not coming and having fun. And again, we want to thank Sergeant Major and the American Freedom Foundation, and they do great things for veterans. They help find veterans work, they help train veterans for the workplace, and they help explain to current corporations and employees the benefits of hiring veterans. They're a fantastic organization. And like all of our partners, Racing for Heroes, American Freedom Foundation, Lacey Evans, if I forgot any of you.
New Day
USA. Sorry, we just talked about them again. Mark has no memory. But they're all just fantastic organizations and fantastic people, and we cannot be prouder to be with all of them. But we hope you all Join us on February 27th. It is going to be an incredible day. You will get to see and meet the one and only WWE superstar Lacey Evans. A lot of you are going to meet Ben Franklin, founding father. You get to meet Mr. John McIntosh and Adrian Garcia to my left, both of whom will show you an incredibly fun time and are great with kids. And any of you watching at home, they're both as good with me as kids. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a fun day. We do a lot of great things here, and we're not going to give up no matter what. So we hope to see you on February 27th. Don't forget, Tuesday, join us for Lacey's Corner, and Thursday, it's Sergeant Major's Corner. Let's not forget about that. So.
And we're going to hand it over to you, Sergeant Major Myers, and for any last parting words before Mark signs us off here.
Sure. Well, thank you all for listening, and to the team, hooah.
I like that. Man of many words. I love it. You know what? You know what's funny? I'm going to say this, Johnny, and you've taught me a lot over the past 12 months. And one of those is you got to listen. You got to listen and not necessarily talk all the time. And you are the epitome of that. I respect you. You're a great man. And thanks for keeping on educating this young buck. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate it. A gentleman told me a long time ago that there's a reason why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Right? Oh, amen. And 2 eyes, I guess. So.
Yeah.
All right, Mark.
Well, it looks like I'm going to take us out once again. I know we're a broken record here, but February 27th, Beaufort, South Carolina. It's going to be a fantastic, fun day for your kids. Learn about U.S. history, get a little exercise, do some fun with WWE superstar Lacey Evans and founding father Benjamin Franklin. That is all for today. We thank all of you for tuning in. We will be back next Tuesday. Of course, it will be Lacey Evans' Corner. And joining us is Sergeant John Melson. Remember, always do what Ben said. Be like Ben. Sorry, I'm losing it. Be like Ben. Be kind to others, and you're being best to yourself. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and have a fantastic weekend, everybody.
Yeah. Be safe.
Till next time.
Take care.